Alright guys, welcome back in. It's another time trial guide. I'm a little bit late on this one, but let's just jump straight in. I kind of was on a bit of a lap before, so that's not really the way I'd normally start a lap. I usually shift earlier and be over to the left. But first braking point is before the 200-meter board, and it's really important to get through to the second part of this chicane cleanly. Don't turn in too early and hit the orange curb on the inside, and easy on the throttle. You can put it down to first for a bit of extra rotation, but this is where it's important, is to get on the throttle smooth and early and try to avoid this curve on the outside. I think Jeddah Racing uses it, but I got to avoid it, otherwise I get too much wheel spin, because you want to carry as much speed through this curve grande, I think, and bring yourself up to this next braking zone, which is just after the 200-meter board. But it's better to get on the brakes early here than late, otherwise you will mess up your line through this next chicane, and you kind of need to straddle these orange curbs on both sides of the chicane. But you've got to be really careful, because one, it's easy to get a corner cut, and two, it's easy to bounce the car off the road. Easy on the throttle on exit, and we're coming up to the two Lesmos. This one you can brake quite late for, and that's okay, and you do a fair amount of coasting through the middle of the corner before you get on throttle. So just watch my throttle inputs through this corner. So you can see on the brake, coast, 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 and now we're on the throttle to come out on exit. And this next one now is quite nice. I use that little white line that's in the road as my trigger for braking. It's just after that white line that you see in the road. Look out for that. And it's really important actually for exit on this one, because it's a long straight afterwards. So get a car slowed down. You can cut it slightly on the inside of that corner, and then pin it all the way down. Keep it in fourth. The only time you use fifth is on the main straight. It is quicker to just leave the car in fourth and short shift the other gears. And braking for this one, super late after the 200-meter board. You can put the car down into second gear, and it will sort of kind of lock that rear axle and give you some extra rotation. But if that's maybe difficult to control for you, just put it down to third, and then you're coming back up to fourth. And through this complex of corners, it's actually better to sacrifice this part and avoid those sausage curbs to get on the throttle before this left-hander, and try and keep traction through it. Don't cut that left-hander too much, otherwise it'll unsettle the car. Watch that section back a few times, but yeah, it's really important to carry as much speed down this straight as you can. Hit the brakes quite late into Parabolica, and again, you can put it down to second gear if you want, and it will cause the car to rotate. Third gear will do it a little bit as well, and then you're looking to pick up the throttle. There's an orange mark on the end there of the barrier, and you need to be already accelerating just when you're seeing that. You can short shift to fourth and then hug the line here for the quickest run to the line. So hope that's helped you guys, especially my controller friends out there. This is a funky car to drive. I think quite a lot of people message me saying that would be up my street, but it's taken me a long time to gel with it. I've had to do about, well, you saw, I think, on the odometer is 220 miles, and that's just for tonight. I had another session of about 70 miles on Thursday or Friday. And yeah, it's just taken me a while to get into this one, but I was hoping to get a top 100 time. It's not happened. This was 118th, but it's a solid gold, and I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I'll come back to it, maybe I won't, I don't know, see how I feel. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you found something useful in the video, then please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, all the cheesy bullshit, and leave a comment. Let me know what your time is, what you're aiming for, what you're hoping for, and how you're finding all the other time trials that are still going on as well. Cool. See you in the next one.